Hey guys, Dr. Jeff Finley here.
And Dr. Jessica Finley.
And this week we are wrapping up our Sunshine series for the month of May. And to wrap it all up, we're going to look at sunshine and vitamin D and some of the effects that it may have on kids, looking at a few research articles.
First, we have an incredible study that was done looking at vitamin D supplementation and the risk of type 1 diabetes. In this study, they followed a large group of people from birth to age 30. They tracked whether they supplemented with vitamin D, about 2,000 IUs per day, or if they didn't supplement at all. What they found is that those who supplemented actually had a significantly lower chance of type 1 diabetes than those who did no supplementation at all. Now, this is an incredible finding. Now, this study should help us shed some light into an interesting concept and not scare us into fear. This does not mean that if you didn't supplement your child with vitamin D that you're not setting them up for diabetes, nor does this mean that you have to supplement your future children with 2,000 IUs daily until they're 30. What this does bring us back to is the importance of sunlight, our most abundant source of natural vitamin D. Even kids need some sunlight. As always, use caution and don't let them sit out in the sun for hours at a time with no sunscreen. But make sure they are getting outside to soak up some sun.
In a second study, very similar design to the first one, they followed a group of people from birth to age 16. Now, instead of looking at supplementation, what they were examining was how much time they spent outside and what were some of the effects. So what they found was that kids who spent about 4 hours or more during the summer months outside compared to those who stayed inside actually had a few benefits to it. The first one being that they had decreased occurrence of skin irritation, namely things like eczema. They found that they just didn't get it as often as those who stayed inside. The second one that they found, which was also beneficial, is that they did not have a runny nose, or what's known as rhinitis, or there's a decreased occurrence of it. All of these benefits were found likely from being outside because they factored out variables such as vitamin D levels, meaning regardless of what their vitamin D levels were, they still saw these benefits. So again, this comes back to the importance of being outside, getting some sunlight, things that vitamin D supplementation alone cannot reproduce or take the place of.
Finally, a study was done looking at the influences of getting outside in the city versus a nature area such as a forest. Interestingly, there was benefits to both in improving mood and psychological status. However, to quote the paper, feelings of vigor and positive effects as well as feelings of subjective recovery and vitality were stronger in the forest environment. While not directly related to vitamin D status or direct sunlight, it does show that there is an importance of getting outside, walking around, just being outdoors in nature, just being outside with physical activity.
So this wraps up our series for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. As always, if you did, be sure to like this video and share it with others. If there's a topic that you'd like us to cover, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and we'll be sure to do a video about it in the coming months. But until next time, we'll see you guys next week.